son of Hueytown, Alabama, streaks toward the finish line with room to spare. Charlotte's checkered flag is his. It's a sweet victory for Bobby, who's finished second to his brother 4 times. His average speed, 140 plus, the fastest 600 ever. In the closing moments, Allison has the lead with Bobby Isaac working him over on every foot of the racetrack. There's the white flag, one more lap. Can Isaac do it? Allison has the power down the chutes, but Isaac is handling better in the corners. Both cars are strong and flat out. Out of the 4th turn, and here's the drag for the flag as both drivers stand on it. But Allison's Mercury proves to be too much for the Dodge, and he grabs the checkered flag 1 second ahead of Bobby Isaac. The photographers in victory lane greeted a completely exhausted but very happy Bobby Allison.
Allison takes the checkered flag to win the 22nd annual Southern 500 at record speed, 131.4 miles an hour.
It's running at him now. This is the last gas. Bobby Allison, but again, lets it drift up high, holds the middle groove now. Ford running behind him. Ford's not going to catch him. Bobby Allison wins it. A.J. Ford is second. Bobby Isaac is third.
61/100ths of a second, the difference.
Allison wins. Ford second. Isaac third. Back in just a moment.
Here he is off the high bank 4th turn, onto the front straightaway for the checkered flag, and Bobby Allison puts the Chevrolet into the Bristol record book. Winner of the Southeastern 500. Herb Nabb and the Junior Johnson crew are already in victory lane, waiting for the arrival of their car and their driver.
He backs off the throttle for an instant, and there's Pearson trying for a last lap run at Allison. Halfway through the last turn of the last lap, Pearson knows he can't make it. Allison is looking at the checkered flag, and he's going to win the Southern 500 with Dave Pearson 1/4 of a second behind him. Allison's crew and the Chevy fans are dancing with joy. The order of finish: Allison Chevy, Dave Pearson's Mercury, Richard Petty's Dodge, Fred Lorenzen Chevy, and H.B. Bailey's Pontiac, with Leroy Yarbrough as relief driver.
With only 4 laps left, Allison again took the lead. And then he wins as Baker is blocked out by a slower car. Allison rolls into victory lane with a check for $19,825 waiting for him.
The tide of battle now has dramatically turned, and Bobby Allison is just a Sunday drive in his Matador away from victory circle. It's Bobby Allison, the winner, averaging a record 134.9 miles an hour. David Pearson, hard charged for second. Cale Yarborough was third, and A.J. Foyt fourth.
On the back chute, Walter punches the Chevy hard to charge Allison again. In the third turn, Darrell is on him, and Bobby tries desperately to stave him off. Donnie closes. This threesome is glued together and going for a blanket finish. Here they come. Watch it. Bobby Allison does it. In an absolutely spectacular finish, he fires under the checkered flag, winner of the 19th Annual Rebel 500, thus putting the Matador in victory lane.
Watching his car come around. 25-second lead. Now it's actually about 22-second lead for Bobby Allison. I suppose that he could coast around at this point if he did run out of gas, but they've taken it right to the bottom of the tank. Here comes Bobby, hurtling down the back straight, going into turn number 3. He's just about home free. He won the Rebel earlier in the spring. This will be his third victory here at Darlington in the Southern 500. Here he comes. He's got the checker, and he wins it and backs off immediately. He knows he's low on fuel. But he, Roger Penske, the team members all agreed to take the gamble, and it paid dividends to the tune of $20,870. Here comes Richard Petty now, thundering along, and he'll take the checkered flag for second place worth $13,395.
Break for David Pearson here today, and for Darrell Waltrip, all of whom were up there for the lead. For A.J. Foyt, who is still in the hospital. Back on the lead, it is Bobby Allison, readying himself for the checkered flag. You saw Cale Yarborough, number 11, in second place, a full length of the straightaway behind Allison. In third place now is Ron Hutcherson, a lap down. In fourth place, Benny Parsons, also a lap down. In fifth place, Dick Brooks, 2 laps down. The checkered flag will be coming out for Allison before a crowd of more than 100,000 people, and that's it. It's all over. After an exhausting, traumatic day of motor racing here at Daytona, Bobby Allison has won the Daytona 500. Here is Cale Yarborough, the defending champion and the current NASCAR National Season-Long champion, coming in for second place. Those are the only 2 cars to finish on the same lap. Again, third place, 1 lap down, Ron Hutcherson, the teammate of A.J. Foyt.
Car is spinning. 2 cars are spinning in turn number 3. The yellow flag is out. And there you see both of the cars there. Nobody seems to be involved to the extent of any injury. The cars are slowing down. The field is slowing down as they return. And
we've got the yellow flag out right now. Car number 49, Connie Saylor from Johnson City, Tennessee. Down in the dirt, down in the infield. Saylor with the yellow flag coming out on lap 325 with 3 laps to go.
And 3 laps to go. This is just the sort of drama that we were talking of, just the sort of problems that can exist. These 3 laps could certainly protect the victory for the man you look at, Bobby Allison, because he has quite a bit in hand. They're showing up as 2 laps ahead on the leaderboard. And
Bobby Allison from Hueytown, Alabama. Stayed out of trouble. Car ran exceptionally well. Great work by his crew today, and the checkered flag for Bobby Allison, who won the Daytona 500 and now has come back a month later to win the Atlanta 500. There he is, the winner, number 15, Bobby Allison, wrapping up a win on a beautiful day before 60,000 in Atlanta.
Won the Daytona 500 at the beginning of the season, had his foot to the floor on car number 15 to capture the National 500 at Charlotte near the end of the season. It was the 27th of 30 Grand National races. Allison's winning speed was 141.826 miles an hour. 102,000 people saw his victory, the largest fall crowd in the history of the Charlotte Motor Speedway. His margin of victory over Darrell Waltrip, 30 seconds. Dave Marcus was 3rd, Donnie Allison was 4th, and David Pearson was 5th.
A little bit of extra speed down the straight, so he's thinking all the time and working at this win.
Going for his 52nd victory. It makes him 4th in overall career wins, behind only Richard Petty, David Pearson, and Lee Petty. Here's Bobby Allison skirting the final part of the track. He has an advantage of a little over a second now. We still have 3 cars in the lead lap. The automobile of Waltrip has fallen back some here at the finish. We're watching Allison coming to the line. Chip Warren about to extend the checkered flag. A welcome sign is out for Bobby Allison. He has won the Los Angeles Times Charities 500. Allison is your winner.
Pearson trying for his sixth. Dale Earnhardt is in third place. Allison has led over a third of the race, and now he seems to be leading the vital part of it. Yes, he does. Still in traffic as they head for the finish line. Here comes Bobby Allison, taking the checkered flag and victory. David Pearson is second, and Dale Earnhardt is third. Buddy Baker fourth, Benny Parsons fifth, and Richard Petty sixth. Those are the unofficial final order of standings of the cars on the same lap. Well, quite an afternoon, Sam.
Is through the dogleg and dives into turn number 9 for the final time today. On the last of 119 laps around this 9-turn road course, there is the interval between Allison and young Terry Labonte. Experience and age versus youth and determination. It is Allison who perseveres and takes the checkered flag to win the Western 500. Bobby Allison, leader of the Alabama gang, and will be going to victory lane in a moment.
We commented earlier today, when you're running side by side, you can't go as quick, and that might have cost Waltrip and Rudd victory. Lap traffic in front of them as they go down the back stretch for the final time. Bobby Allison will lead Buddy Baker into turn 3. A year ago, Buddy Baker led Dale Earnhardt into that same piece of real estate and held on to win it. Up on the outside goes Baker. Down on the inside, Waltrip made a move. Allison, Waltrip sandwiched in the middle. Baker up on the top. Ricky Rudd on the tail end. They're coming to the checkered flag at Alabama International. Bobby Allison has won the Winston 500. Allison wins it, and look at the crew. Look at Bobby Allison's wife. They are thrilled, excited. Everything you could say about one of the most magnificent finishes in stock car racing history. Larry, that was just superb. Allison did it his way. Allison led the final lap all the way around the speedway. Out. Here is that scrappy, determined Cale Yarborough, still fussing, still fighting to get a lap back. That left arm of his so badly, right arm of his so badly burned. But he's in there all the way, 600 miles of distance. What a determined campaigner. And the checkers are about to fall. The 22nd 600 at Charlotte has been won by the Harry Ranier team, crew chief Waddell Wilson. And here is Harry again for the Burt Reynolds Hal Needham team, crew chief Travis Carter for
draft. We just got him hooked up with the 47 car 10 laps ago, but I think we got it now.
Well, less than a half ago, Ken. How's he doing?
Looking good. He's pulling up on car number 2, trying to put the Rutland car a lap down in the final moments. Here it comes. A sprint to the finish. Allison coming down, and he's right behind Rutland as they come to the line. Down, the checkered flag about to come out, and sprinting to it is number 88. Bobby Allison has won the Daytona 500 for the second time in his career. Fender flapping a little as he came across second place.
Those folks got their money's worth today. Well, I know they got their money's worth. I've been sitting here watching them. They've been hooping and hollering and yelling, and they've got a very, very good crowd, and they stayed out here in it, and they're going to see the finish of the race right here. Harold Kinder's going to show them a checkered flag, and Bobby Allison has won something that he's been wanting to do a long time and has not had a chance to. And I'll tell you, I'm glad I was a part of it, and I believe all the fans believe that they were glad they was a part of it.
The checkered flag falls on Bobby Allison, his 68th career victory, and it came at virtual walking speed here as the Vanscoy 500 finishes under a yellow flag in heavy rain, the kind of rain that has marked this entire racing weekend here in the Pocono Mountains. But despite the showers, it's been another great stock car battle.
I don't think he's got enough space, enough draft to get him.
You've only got 2 turns left in the short home straight. Elliott closes in behind Bobby Allison as they go into turn number 3. Allison, who has never won a Grand National Points Championship, will take the lead in the point standings if he can hold off Bill Elliott for just a few more feet. Coming down on the traffic in the home straight.
And he can't do it. Had no chance to do it. I think he probably lost his last opportunity up there between turns 1 and 2, as Bobby Allison has doubled in 1982, winning the Daytona 500 and the Firecracker 400, and he had quite a drive.
Driver was going to go all the way for the victory. Well, that's something, the crowd going crazy. I'll tell you, I'm pretty excited myself.
Well, quite a race we have seen this afternoon here at Pocono International Raceway. And Allison will cruise around 3. Bobby Allison in the Gatorade Dyguard Buick, car number 88, waves to the fans. Allison will take the checkered flag from Harold Kinder, and he has won the 1982 Mountain Dew 500 over Darrell Waltrip. And look at this, Waltrip getting a push. I don't think that's right, do you?
That's a no-no. You can't do that. You have to finish the race under your own power, and you can't be pushed across it. He can be pushed back into the pits, but he has to be running when he goes across there. So
that might hurt Waltrip in the final rundown. Your winner, Bobby Allison, and we'll be right back for the victory celebration.
They enter the backstretch for the final time at Michigan International on the Champions Park Plug 400. Bobby Allison moves to the inside, and Richard Petty to the outside. I thought that Allison was slowing, but he was only getting out of the draft. It's Bobby Allison and Richard Petty fighting side by side and nose to tail through turns 3 and 4. Petty lagging back just a little bit. Let's watch the move that Richard Petty makes off the trial, into the trial off the 4th turn. His car wiggles a little bit. It's going to be Bobby Allison winning the Champion Spark Plug 400. But it's almost a side-by-side finish with Richard Petty. Another great finish in Grand National Winston Cup racing.
I told you, Bob Jenkins, a piece of cake.
No, it wasn't a piece of cake.
Well, I'll tell you, both drivers, no matter how much of a veteran you are, you get down right to the short strokes when all the points and all the money is up there. You just can't be perfect.
Now moving out of turn number 2, he has no traffic ahead of him. Ricky Rudd is his closest car ahead of him, several car lengths ahead. Bobby Allison will take it easy. Brings the car off of turn number 4. Here he is. Bobby Allison wins the Wrangler Sanford 400 at Richmond, Virginia. Second position unofficially goes to Darrell Waltrip at number 11. Make that Tim Richmond in car number 2. Check of the timing and scoring says that Tim Richmond is now in second position and Waltrip third.
And here comes Dave Marcus down the front stretch. We commented that he hadn't stopped. I think Marcus ran out of fuel in the white flag lap. There's the second place car, of course, Tim Richmond, who's...
Allison appears on his way to victory. He has 1/2 lap to go now, and about a 12 car length advantage on Harry Gant running in second position. Gant with about a 3 car length lead on Darrell Waltrip. Here is the leader of the race, Bobby Allison, in the number 88 Gatorade Dyguard Chevrolet off of the 4th turn. Bobby Allison wins Atlanta. Second goes to Harry Gant. Darrell Waltrip is third. Tim Richmond finishes in 4th position. And unofficially 5th is the number 75 of Joe Ruttman.
The finish here in Richmond. Back straightaway. There's Bobby Allison in front. Here's Earnhardt. One last stab. Digs deep. Charges. Here they come on a turn 4. Earnhardt is coming to the inside. He's 4 car lengths back. Allison takes the checkered flag.
The third place car is on pit road. Not going to finish.
Harry Gant staggers on the pit road at the end of the event. And number 75 comes across. Dale Earnhardt up congratulating Bobby Allison on his 74th career win.
The last 150 laps, they traded the lead 12 times. But as rain fell on lap 496, it was Allison who won the drag race back to the yellow flag. And 4 laps later, he took the checkered flag in a total downpour. It was Allison's second victory of the 1983 season, and for the first time this year, he leads in the Winston Cup points.
He's got it all. All he's got to do is run a couple of more corners, and it's his. The Dover 500 victory is in his back pocket. Bobby Hillin Jr., the rookie, is going a little bit wide. but he makes it past. Bobby Allison takes the checkered flag. He's a winner.
And these guys are winners, too. The crew for Bobby Allison in car number 22, who did such a sensational job in the pits as Bobby did out on the racetrack. So another win for the captain of the Alabama gang, Bobby Allison. We'll be back to talk to him and have some closing comments right after this.
And he'll be another one of the drivers that said he won this race 3 times. He laps by second-generation driver Randy Baker. Up in turns 3 and 4, the Miller High Life Buick comes off the 4th corner, addresses itself to the starting line, and there's the checkered flag. Bobby Allison joins Buddy Baker and David Pearson as the only 3-time winners of the World 600. So Richard Petty does not win his 200th career victory today. Neil Bonnet does not win his 3rd straight World 600. Bobby Allison will be going to victory lane.
It is still Earnhardt staying in second position and Baker in third. Let's see if Dale Earnhardt will make the move to the inside and slingshot at the end of the backstretch going into turn number 3. Yes, he does. He moves alongside Bobby Allison, and Dale Earnhardt takes Allison high in turn number 4. They're still side by side as they come by turn number 4. They're onto the tri-oval, and Bobby Allison still has the lead. I don't think Dale Earnhardt is going to do it. It appears as if, yes, Bobby Allison wins the Winston 500. Wins here at Talladega. Dale Earnhardt finishes second and Buddy Baker third. There you can see Dale moving alongside Bobby and saying, nice race.
It really was. You know, Earnhardt did make the pass. He did get by Bobby like I suspected. I didn't think the leader could lead the entirety of the last lap.
Down low like that and battling through the low lane. They've got Bobby Allison posted as winning the race right now.
I thought so, Keith. I thought he was only 1 lap down.
Well, that's a complete redo, Mike. That has to be a redo right there.
Look.
Car number 90 turning and flipping, going into the wall, and that takes out at least 3 other cars. He looked like a tire might have blown as they came down for the finish line, and Ken Schrader's automobile gets sideways and turns over and comes sliding on its top down the racetrack.
To decide it all here this afternoon.
Now, Davey, what are you going to do?
He's got less than half a lap to do it.
And they have enough lead. I believe this is going to be a battle between the father and son. I don't think anybody else can try it, but here he comes. He's going to do it.
To the bottom. He's down low. Bobby Allison high. Davey Allison trying the inside move. Bobby Allison holds him off. They come to the stripe, and the winner of the 30th annual Great American Race, Bobby Allison. Davey Allison, his son, in second. Judy Allison ecstatic. What a tremendous family performance.
Look at him, Bobby waving to Davey.